Hello everybody, welcome back to C&S Corvettes in beautiful sunny Sarasota, Florida. It's your Corvette buddy Lyle here to talk to you about more interesting, exciting, and hopefully helpful Corvette stuff. Today we're going to talk about the pre-op procedures that you should be doing before you bring your car in for surgery. You know, when you've made an appointment with a specialty shop, oftentimes you have waited weeks or months to get a slot to get your Corvette or your Ferrari or your Porsche into the shop and have things done to it that it needs done, right? It's kind of like when you have to go in for surgery, for minor, major surgery, whatever it is, there are certain things that the hospital and the doctors ask you to do in order to prepare for that surgery. You know, don't drink this, eat some of that, whatever it is, don't eat anything, don't drink anything. There's a certain number of steps that you're going to go through to make sure that you are fully prepared for this surgery when you go in. That way they don't have to undo things in order to begin what they need to do. The same goes with cars. Here are a few things you can do before your appointment at a specialty shop that are going to make things go a lot smoother for you and the shop. Number one, go through your car and make sure that there's nothing dangerous or nothing so private that you don't want workshop people to see. Obviously, if you have guns, drugs, machetes, rabid wolverines, personal adult devices, none of that should be in the car when it comes to the shop. Please, please, please. That's just not only for our safety, but we don't want to know, man. Number two, if you're one of those people who kind of lives in their car a bit and just, you know, when you're done with food wrappers or whatever, you just throw them behind the seat. Remember that when your car comes in here, we're going to do our best to keep it as clean as it when it came in, but we don't necessarily have the time to detail the interior of your car and move 2 trash bags worth of stuff out of there. So the cleaner your car is, the more free of just stuff that it is, the cleaner it will be when it leaves the shop. We love to deliver clean cars back to you guys. And if you can help us by removing a bunch of junk that doesn't need to be in there, so much the better. Number three, and this one's important. When you drop your car off, make sure it has at least a half tank of fuel. So many times we have customers who drop their cars off to us, and by the time we get done with the torque tube or the front engine kit or whatever it is we're doing, and it's time to go test drive the car, we've realized the car is basically on empty. So now we have to stop what we're doing, especially if the car is still on the lift. We have to go send a guy to the gas station, fill up a fuel tank, come back. Point being, we'll do that, but that is the most expensive gas you will ever buy. You're talking $10 to $12 a gallon. As long as you bring it to us with at least half a tank, rest assured, A, there'll be plenty of gas in it for you when you pick it up, and there'll also be enough gas for us to do whatever testing we need to do before we determine that the car is good to go. When you drop off your car here at C&S Corvettes, the first thing that Blake or any of our technicians do before they touch your car is they take a 4K video all the way around the car, and then they take individual pictures of any imperfections that they see to protect you, to protect us, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. In order to help us help you, before you bring your car into any specialty shop, but especially to us, do a walk around on your car in a well-lighted area and inspect it all the way around. It's always tough when we point out something to a customer who just arrived, and usually it's on the passenger side because Corvette people don't usually spend a lot of time on the passenger side of their car. Hey, did you see this scratch? Hey, did you see this nick? Hey, did you see that? And they're like, oh man, no, I never saw that. That must have just happened. No, it didn't just happen. It was here when it rolled in because we didn't touch the car. So for your own peace of mind, familiarize yourself with the exterior of your car before you bring it and drop it off to the shop. That way, we're not giving you a surprise either when you drop off or when you pick up saying, hey, here's your damage that we saw here and here and here and here. You're like, well, that wasn't damaged before I brought it in. I actually had a guy, quick story time. I had a guy bring in a 64 Corvette, and we fixed a brake caliper or something simple back when we were working on those cars. And he was very happy. We got him in and out, solved his problem. And He pays his bill, he leaves. 5 minutes later, he walks back in. He goes, "We got a real problem." I'm like, "What's up? What's going on?" He says, "Come with me." So we walk out there, and there is about a pencil eraser's size chip of paint right below his door handle on his driver's side. And he goes, "That was not there when I dropped my car off." And I went to shop manager Blake and I said, "Blake, pull up all the digital pictures we took of this car when it came in." And of course, we go through. Oh, that spanned. Here it is, sir. There's that spot on the day you dropped your car off before we touched it. He goes, "Yeah, you got a timestamp on that?" "Yes, sir." Zoom in on the timestamp. There's your time. There's the date. There's the time you dropped off the car. Oh, all right. But he was going to try to make that our problem. He was already talking about how we owed him a paint job, not a paint repair, a paint job on his 64 Corvette. Thankfully, we had the documentation to prove that that imperfection was there before it arrived at our shop. Number 4, most competent shops that have a good reputation and been in business a long time, especially those of us who have specialty leanings, are usually booked out weeks or months in advance. Time is allotted for the services you request. So when you're making an appointment for 2 months from now to have your oil changed or your torque tube rebuilt or whatever, we know how much time that's going to take, and that's how much time we scheduled the car for. So if you are going to wish to add additional services, we need to know at least a week in advance if you want something else done or looked at, because then we can maybe flex a little more time into our schedule to address that. But if you show up with your car on the day of the appointment and you say, "By the way, can you do this, and this while the car's here?" "No, I can't, because I've got you scheduled for this single thing. And I don't have that kind of time." The most famous one is people will schedule for an oil change, which we don't normally do standalone oil changes unless there's something else that we're doing to the car, just because it's hard to make money on an oil change, right? But when we do schedule people for an oil change, usually our good customers who we know and they're regulars, they'll come in and say, "Hey, while you've got the car for that oil change, can you change all the fluids in the car?" Changing all the fluids, especially in a C6, C7, C8, all the fluids is going to be a full day's worth of work. And no, I can't, unfortunately, because I have you scheduled for an hour for an oil change. So just, again, the more heads up you give us, the more flexible we can be to work with you. Finally, number 5, when you make your appointment, you're dropping it off on Monday the 5th and picking it up on Friday the 9th, okay? If you have to be on the road or at the airport or at the hospital or whatever at noon on that Friday, you need to let us know in advance to make sure that we can accommodate that. Or if we can't accommodate it, let you know well in advance so you can make whatever changes you need to make. Any time constraints you have needs to be communicated to your shop ahead of time so that we know that we have deadlines to meet above and beyond just it will be done by the end of the day on such and such a day. Particularly, the tough one is when someone brings in a torque tube job, which normally takes 3 to 5 days, depending on how in depth we're going with clutches and slave cylinders and stuff. And they bring, if you bring the car in and you give us 2 days to do a torque tube because you're out of town and you've got to be on the road because you got a car show to get to by a certain time, that really makes it difficult for us to do the quality, comprehensive job that we're used to doing on all these cars. It also doesn't allow us a lot of time for testing before we hand you the car back. So time constraints need to be documented up front so that we can make sure that we do our due diligence, do our full process on your car so that we know when we hand it back to you, it's good to go 100%. So if you do those 5 things for us, or any shop, the shop's not only going to be able to handle you and your requests easier, you're going to have a better experience, the shop's going to have a better experience, and everybody's just going to be immensely happy and pleased. These are the simple things you can do to make your life and your shop's life better. If you have additional ideas, put them in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.